Job's done.
Hello fellow nerds and welcome back to another video. First off, I just want to apologize for the amount of videos that I've been putting up lately. I've been pretty busy with leveling up my tunes and just getting them all geared and just going through all the everything because this expansion has probably too much to do. So anyway, let's get into the whole point of this video, right? Before I get into the actual opening sequence and rotation and all that kind of shit, I just want to say that I have seen a lot of mages really struggle with the actual rotation and everything and how mages really supposed to play overall. I've been in dungeons and some mages aren't really doing much good damage, so a couple pretty quick tips that I would say for you to do is, for one, just if you're a clicker, if you click your abilities, stop doing that because there's absolutely no room for that in this game, at least anymore. Just because if you're actually looking at at the bottom of your fucking screen to click something, you're fucking yourself in the ass. That's just simply put, that's exactly how it is. And for two, when it comes to doing good damage as a fire mage, you got to understand that it's not really it's not really about the actual rotation itself. It's really more built into the burst and then maintaining at least some type of crits after you burst. So mainly what this video is going to be focusing on is getting your burst right, and there's a certain like buttons that you actually press for your burst just because of how combustion works now as opposed to before. So one thing that I'm not going to be doing this video is I'm not going to be going over all of the little things that have changed, like combustion, for example. We should all know what combustion does at this moment. I can do an actual mage guide in the future if you guys would like me to, but what this guide is mainly built around is just getting your burst right and understanding the actual rotation and how it's supposed to go. Getting into the actual rotation itself, here we go. At 4.5 seconds before the pull, what you want to be doing is press your pre-pot as well as start casting a hard pyroblast, and that takes about 4.5 seconds to get off. So what you want to be doing for the initial opening of the thing, of the pole, whatever the fuck you're doing, you as soon as you start critting, as soon as you get a crit, you want to press your fire blast to get that to a pyro. And the second you get to that pyro, you start dropping your rune of power. And as soon as you drop your rune of power, you press combustion. And I'm going to kind of stop there and just say that I have seen people myself that will start casting other things such as like fireball or fucking scorch, that kind of shit. Don't do it. So mainly the whole burst purpose is to cast a lot of instant spells. That's where you're going to get your most damage out of this. So the second that you get that pyroblast and drop that rune of power and press that combustion, you get rid of that pyro because that's going to crit. And then as soon as that crits, you press your fire blast, then you hit pyroblast, then fire blast, then pyroblast, then you should have the talent flame on, and that'll give you 2 more stacks of fire blast. So you press your fire blast again, pyroblast, fire blast, pyroblast. And at this point, you don't have any fire blasts left. All that you have is an instant pyro. So you cast that last fire blast, and then you press your Phoenix of Flames, because Phoenix of Flames will automatically crit. I almost said a dirty word. It automatically crits every time. So you press that first Phoenix of Flames, that'll give you your last pyro. This pyroblast might not crit because you don't have combustion up anymore. So you press that combustion and you hope for the best. If it crits, cool. You can use another Phoenix of Flames. If it doesn't, you can press Phoenix of Flames twice to get another pyro. See, at this point, you have a couple things in mind to consider. You can actually start doing the old like rotation. I call it old because I'm doing it so fucking long. But you go through the old rotation. You start casting your fireball as well as the pyroblast at the end of that, because what that does is it gives you 2 chances to crit, and if any of those chances crit, you can press your fire blast because it will be up at this point again, and then you can start going through that actual rotation itself. Because to me, it kind of feels like Arcane Mage, like maintaining the damage kind of feel. Some other people might feel the same, some might not, but that's at least how I see it. So you you go through the rotation, and what you don't want to be doing, what you don't want to be doing at all is pressing Phoenix of Flames, because whether you're using Kindling Talent or not, that reduces the combustion whenever you crit. So whether you're using that or not, you will not have enough Phoenix of Flames up for the next time you start casting, or the next time the combustion comes up off of CD, right? So that's the main burst right there. So one thing that I kind of feel like I really want to do for this video is actually post up all of the like spells from one spell to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. But I feel like that would be pretty much useless because I know Icy Veins has that exact same setup. Although I have a little bit of information added, such as what to really expect at what point, like if your last pyro doesn't crit or whatever. So I'm gonna show you guys the little video of me going through my crit process and everything, and I'm gonna slow it down for you, and I'm gonna have multiple multiple versions of that for you in a sense, just because, well, I know there's kind of a lot to take in when you're trying to watch somebody do their burst, but as long as you listen to what I said with the actual rotation itself, you're going to be really successful with this. And, well, I suppose I'll just give you some talent pointers here. Don't use the shitty ones. No, the talents that you really should be using for your single target. Rune of Power, of course. The Flame On talent. The Kindling talent. Although you can pretty much go to Cinderstorm for like AoE stuff, but I like to stick with Kindling for single target just because Cinderstorm doesn't really do a whole lot for me for single target, especially I don't know, whatever. So that talent, and then Pyromaniac. I like to use Conflagration myself personally just because that's my flavor, but Pyromaniac, the very first tier talent, that's the other one that you can be pressing. Because what that does is it gives you a chance to have a instant pyro whenever you have a pyro hit a target, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So yeah, that's all the information I really wanted to share with you guys, and hopefully you understood what I said. Hopefully I was clear enough in my actual rotation itself, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask, or feel free to play the video over and over and over again. And also, just practice this as much as you can, because I have had a lot of hours on playing my mage, and I'm still kind of trying to learn how to be disciplined in my opening rotation, because I tend to fall out of it sometimes. Like I accidentally cast a fireball sometimes. So alrighty friends, and that will conclude this video. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the vid, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And also, as always, if you have any questions about anything or any comments, feel free to let me know. I will take time and answer any questions you have for me. So thank you again for watching, and have a great day.